This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christi Jaynes.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Majestic One, Mystii Marks, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the Majestic One, Mystii Marks. How are you, Mystii?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a hot minute since the last time we spoke.
Yeah, I think almost, I want to say 3 years, but yeah, roughly 2 or 3 years.
Definitely, and a lot has happened for one Mystii Marks in that time. We'll be speaking all about that. But could you tell us what you have coming up next event-wise?
Well, I've already wrestled my last match of the year, so nothing coming from me for the rest of the year. But in January, I will be in Forney, Texas at the NWA. I think that is January the 11th. Dogtown Championship Wrestling is coming back with their new title of the Texas Territory, and I will be at Big's Burger Joint on January the 19th. This is in San Antonio, Texas. So a few things is already brewing for January.
All right, so already piling up those dates in January.
I am.
And where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
Social media, you can find me at Mystii, that's Mystii, Marks with a KS. And that is on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm sorry, X. It's X now. Sorry.
Yes.
For all social media platforms, you can find me there. I currently do not have a website for my merch. So if you can catch me at a show, you can definitely cop my new shirts I have coming out. I have stickers and little lips you can be mystified with. So check it out. Next show you come to.
Perfect. And all of the links to all of Mystii's social media will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. All right. Now let's get into it. The last time we talked was you were only 8 months into your wrestling journey. One of the hot topics that we talked about at that time was trying to get a belt. And in the last 2, almost 3 years, you've collected a lot of belts.
I've collected a few, yes.
The one I wanted to talk the most about was the Dog Pound Championship Wrestling Championship. You were the first ever women's champion for them. What did that kind of mean to you, to be the first champion of, obviously the school you primarily go to?
It felt great. It just lets me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. My coach believes in me. She knows I got what it takes to be a great champion one day, hopefully for other promotions. So it was just like really special for me. I cried, of course. It was like a special moment that I personally shared with my coach. It was heartfelt. I enjoyed it.
And you are currently, you you're currently the dog pound champion as well, but in your second one, as correct?
Absolutely. I am the first ever, and I'm the first ever inaugural champion, and I'm also the first ever two-time champion. So, like, yeah, I'm doing it. That's a great honor as well.
What are some of the differences you kind of see in yourself from the first title run compared to the second?
Well, the first one, Dog Pound Championship it wasn't my first title, but it was a title that meant a lot to me. So in my first run, it was like, hey, what do I do now? Like, what do I do? What do I do? How do I keep my title? Like, how can I become better so that my title can stay with me? And of course, I lost it. And when I regained it, it was like, okay, I'm at a point in my career where I am one of the best, I would say. And all right, how can I be better? So the title, can I keep the title even longer this time? So like, it's just growth from the first time I had it to this one. And you can see it in my wrestling and how confident I've become and how annoying I've become at the same time. So yeah, you can see it in my wrestling.
Is that a moment you take in the moment, or is that something that kind of sets in afterwards? Like, wow, I did this.
Afterwards, like it'll happen, and of course I'll have the initial reaction of emotion. But like once I sit down and look, and I'm like, dude, like you're a champion. So it's like way after the moment has passed. Probably when I know one time it's happened when I'm at home and I'm getting up. I just pulled up to my house. I'm getting out my car and I'm grabbing the titles and I'm like these are yours. Like you're bringing them into your home. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, and then you slept with your belts.
I did. I was very proud of that moment. Like I was like, yeah, take this picture. I want this picture.
Well, speaking of this second one that you're on, you beat Natalia Markova for it. Obviously a big name, currently in the NWA herself. What was the experience like competing against her?
Markova is a great competitor, and to win my championship back for a second time off someone who will soon enough be a champion in her own right in the NWA, like to win it off her and to beat her in the three-way, even though I didn't pin her, it just meant a lot. For the time that she had it, she was a good champion, and now that I have it back, I'm gonna be an even better champion. So I know she's gonna come back for her title. I know we're gonna run it back again. But this time she's going to come with a little bit more. I'm going to have to come with a little bit more too, but yeah.
Well, she might be coming with another belt around her waist. So, title for title.
It might be. Let's see. I mean, she just won the TSW championship about 2-3 weeks ago. So, she's coming with her title from NWA territory in Forney, Texas, and I'm coming with my NWA territory in San Antonio, Texas. So we will see what happens. I can't make that call. I am not the booker. I am not the general manager who puts the matches together. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, speaking of other titles you've won, and there are a lot, the Southwest Texas Championship, it was actually presented to you by Medusa, Alundra Blaze.
Right? Yes. Right?
I mean, winning a championship is cool, but I mean, being presented to you by like a WWE Hall of Famer, one of the all-time great, I kind of feel like that's a moment in its own, right?
Right. I feel like of course winning the championship at my school for Jazz, she's not a Hall of Famer yet, but she is a Hall of Famer to the world. Like that was one thing. And then you have Medusa, like Alundra Blaze, handing me my championship, at Squared Circle Pro, and that was another moment. I just feel like every time I win a championship or do something, there's always legendaries attached to it. So that's what I want to keep doing. I want to become legendary, and I want to keep it going. And to have Medusa hand me that title, yeah, shock. I was in shock. Like, yeah, it was great.
Now, a name we talked about the last time you were on, because she was your first ever tag team match, was a one Christi Jaynes. Things are very different between you and Christi right now. Can you tell us about your current rivalry with Christi?
Yeah, so me and Christi, yeah, from the first time we tagged together to my first tag team match till now, things have definitely changed. I totally agree. The rivalry that we have in Texas is unmatched. I mean, we started at TSW where, we fought in the hallway. We fought out by the fans. Like, we fought. And then next thing you know, the first ever TSW women's title come about. And Christi wins it. And so it's like, no. Like, no, I'm the first ever to do it around here. Like, so every time that we saw each other, it was always hands on deck. The rivalry has been great. We have not seen eye to eye at all. She followed me down here to Dogtown, and we started a feud here. So, yeah, I don't think the fire between me and Christi will burn out anytime soon. And if it does, it has to be the powers that be that get involved. Because right now, yeah, we're just gonna on site is like what I like to call it, on site. Every time I see her, we're gonna fight.
Now you have had, a series of matches with her. The first couple, she took the W. But these last two, you got the W. You're currently leading her right now. What has that experience been wrestling Christi Jaynes, and what does it kind of mean to you to have W's on such a successful name as Christi?
It means a lot. Like, it's kind of like having that one thing you can't reach, and every time, well, it's kind of like shopping. You go online, you're shopping for something, and every time you go in there, it's sold out. Like, so you miss out on the deal every time, right? And then that one time, 2 a.m. in the morning, you see it, it's on sale, you buy it for a price, and you get the one up. It feels like that. It's like a great feeling of catching something that you've been trying to achieve for so long. And I finally got Christi's number. And I also screwed her out of her TSW title, so she no longer has that title. So it's like I am winning. It feels great. To wrestle her is a different story. I mean, she's a great competitor as well. She does stuff to me. She picks me up. Like, don't nobody pick me. Like, who picks up Mystii Marks? Like, if you go back and look at all my matches, I think she's the only one that picks me up. So she's very strong. So to outpower her and win, it feels good.
I mean, yeah, Brazilian Wonder Woman.
And she got the muscles to prove it, because she done picked me up time and time again. Lord have mercy.
And I appreciate the shopping reference. I don't think I've ever heard somebody compare pro wrestling to shopping before.
I mean, like, if you think about it, if you're always losing and you're always looking for that deal, and every time you go online, they're sold out. And then that one time you're like, oh, let me just give it a try. And you try your hardest, and bam, what do you know? It's there, it's on sale, it's in your color. Like, and I love shopping too, so that's probably why the reference came about. But like, you think about all those factors, like, come on. You found your opportunity, you finally seized it, you got the one up. You're winning. Like, that's a great feeling. I love shopping.
When was the last time you got a shopping W at 2 a.m.?
Oh, it was about, it was recently, like a week ago. There was something online that it was some Beats headphones. They went on sale at Walmart, and they kept being sold out. And I was like, man, I really want these headphones. So I went online. I had woke up in the middle of the night. I said, man, let me see if they're available, because I had been checking back for like 4 or 5 days at this point. And finally they was there. They was on sale. Baby grabbed my credit card and I got them, and I wear those Beats right now to the gym. So if you ever see my story and you see me with those Beats headphones on, just know I bought them at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I won. Oh, I was so happy to get them headphones.
All right, getting W's on Christi Jaynes and headphones.
Oh, no.
So, since the last time we spoke, one thing that I don't want to say you were against, but it wasn't really on your radar, was intergender wrestling. You like wrestling the girls, completely fine. But you have competed in a intergender match against a guy. So I'm just curious, what was that experience like for you, and did it change your perspective on intergender wrestling?
So I specifically remember having that conversation. I was like, I don't like it. I wish that they would bring women in. And so my first match that I had was with Joey Spector. And I can remember going in there, and I'm expecting to wrestle a woman, and they say, hey, she didn't come. So you're going to be wrestling me. And I was like, okay. Of course, I had a look on my face like, oh. So I remember I stepped out. I talked to myself about it. And I just, I talked to my significant other about it. And I was like, babe, I really don't want to do this. Like, I just don't feel right doing this. Like, women's wrestling is where it needs to be, and I don't want to have to do this. And so he was like, you do whatever you think is best. Like, you thought about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And so I said, okay. So I hung up the phone. And then I really started to think. I was like, at the end of the day, you're a wrestler. This is something you love to do. You showed up to wrestle, and you want to get better. And one of those things is I wrestle with men at training all day, every day. So I was like, you know what? This will be no different from training, except you got to come a little harder. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take the match. I'm going to go against what I think women wrestling should be, and I'm just doing it. And so I had my first match with Joey Spector, and it was nothing like I thought it would be as far as wrestling intergender. I kind of blew myself out the park with everything that I was thinking. He definitely took care of me in the match. He was very nice. And it was just a good experience. That's all I can say. It was a really good experience. And don't get me wrong, I'm not always going to take intergender matches like that, but that was one of the times where I was like, you want to get better, this is how you get better. And so I stepped into the ring. Yes, I surely did. And yeah, it wasn't a bad experience.
Do you kind of look at that like just like something off the checklist, or is it like I actually leveled up from this experience?
I leveled up from this experience. It opened my mind to something different as far as like looking at wrestling on the independent scene. So yeah.
All right. Is there any male wrestlers you'd be interested in wrestling?
I never thought about it. So I'll get back to you if I think about that one. I haven't thought about it.
Fair enough. Well, you did compete for the NWA, the 76th anniversary, I believe, during the Mildred Burke Invitational Gauntlet match. We'll talk about the arena it was in a minute, but what was that experience like? Obviously, NWA, oldest wrestling company in the world, Mildred Burke, all-time great, invitational. What was that whole experience like for you?
It was different. Of course, a different locker room, different women, many women, which is what I'm not used to, besides being at Mission Pro. Seeing so many women in the locker room and different styles of wrestling and just different forms all over the world. So it was an experience that I took not for granted. Being in this room with all these women who have great accolades, who have went on to wrestle in so many other companies in the world. It was great. And then for Jazz to be like, Misty, I see it like this. She didn't say this, but this is how I saw it. You know what, Misty, you're becoming where I want you to be. You're becoming a really good wrestler. So I'm going to put you in a situation where you can grow and be better. Kind of like the situation I was put in by wrestling a male. So like, yeah, it was a great experience. I learned so much from it, and hopefully I can be able to go back and do historical things like that in the NWA because it was great.
So Jazz got you that spot.
Absolutely.
Now, what does that kind of mean to you to have the trust of your coach? Obviously she's she's the promoter of Dark Pound, and obviously she got you this spot. So what does it kind of mean to you to have that trust with Jazz?
Well, let me reiterate. She didn't necessarily give me the spot, but she put me before I got the NWA spot. I was put into a like a training, let me see Mystii Marks situation to where the owner of the company could see me wrestle in my form. And then I'm assuming, Jazz got me an opportunity to get where I wanted to be. So I'm assuming he saw me and he was like, yeah, Misty, we want you. So then that led into me getting to the NWA 76. And so, yeah, I really believe my coaches believe in me. They're on me hard about going to the gym. They're on me hard about getting to training, which I already do, but it's like that extra that they give to me. So to have the trust of them means a lot. I know they're looking at me and they believe in me and they see something in me that I might not see every day. So I can't put into words how much that means.
Yeah, and you came in, and first thing you did in the match was punch Tiffany.
I did.
It was like, oh, something familiar. Punch her.
Yep, from our feuds at Mission Pro, absolutely. It was her or Natalia. One of them was gonna get it, and I saw Tiffany, and I went after it.
I mean, it's not the first time. I mean, didn't you? Wasn't you aided by Santa Claus, but attacking Tiffany one time?
Yes, that happened as well. I think we had our first match, I believe, and I think me and Santa, she was attacking Santa Claus or saying something to him, and I had to interject because she at the time, well, she's still on the naughty list. I'm about to say she was on the naughty list, but she's still there after 3 years. So yeah, she deserved it.
Now, another big part of being a part of that NWA match was competing in the 2300 arena.
Right.
Obviously, the arena for ECW. Everybody knows I'm a big arena guy. So what was it like for you to compete in such a historic building?
Like I said, it seems like everything that I do has history behind it, legendary behind it. So to be in that arena, it was like, dang, like my coach, like I wouldn't say she made her career there, but she became Jazz. She became a badass.
Oh yeah.
And what'd you say?
I was agreeing with you. I said, oh yeah.
Yeah, and so like to be in the same forum that she was, and a lot of other greats, it was like, dang, like girl, you better keep doing what you do, okay? Because I wouldn't say it won't get no better, but at that moment in time, it got no better than that.
Now, another interesting thing you did was you were actually a part of the Rhodes Academy, but as a referee. We spoke about your time as a referee last time. What was that experience like? Obviously you're pretty established at this point as a wrestler, to kind of go back to the refereeing and for the Rhodes Academy.
It was a little switch, to be on the referee side and see these people having fun. I say referee is not fun, but like wrestling is where I feel like I really thrive. So like, it wasn't that hard. I mean, I did it for Dustin. He knows I love him. This is breaking news though. I will not be returning to the World's Academy. I did my last student showcase. I think it was last month, and I have passed the torch off to a colleague of mine who trains at Dogtown, Manny, the ref, and he will be now taking hold and doing the refereeing. I want to completely focus on wrestling and continue my journey with that. But Dustin knows I love him. Shout out to Dustin Rhodes, and hopefully I can come in as a wrestler. We'll see.
So, end of an era, hanging up the zebra stripes.
I am.
I mean, was that a conversation you had with Dustin? Like, put me in, coach. I could wrestle. I have these 3 titles.
No, I don't think we ever had a conversation about me wrestling per se, but I have mentioned like, I wrestle now. Like, I don't just referee no more. Like, I'm a wrestler. Like, I can wrestle your girls. So like, it hasn't been like a serious conversation about it, but it has been mentioned.
Alright. Now another, we're talking. You're definitely a history maker. In a part of a historic tournament, and that is the Sherri Martel Classic. Obviously, Sherri Martel, sensational Sherri, one of the all-time greats. What did it mean to you to compete in that tournament where, such a legend is attached?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, look at what Sherri has done. Like, sensational, incredible, had the mouthpiece. So to compete in the classic in her honor, and you've seen all the other classic that they have at NXT, and the ones that have went on to compete all over the world, Japan, China, So to see that and be put in a situation to where I can possibly represent that one day, like, I have no words. It was a great honor to be asked to be in the classic. I wish I would have won, but I did not. But hopefully, in the future, I will be asked to come back to compete for the classic.
Hell yeah! And I mean, there's always next time. And as we know, you do get the job done.
Come on now, you see my championship. You have brought up stuff from like the historical things I have done. Not saying I forgot about it, but it's brought to the back of your head because you got so much ahead of you.
Right.
I'm like, dang, I did do that. Dang, I did do that. Dang, I did do that. So like, yeah, there's always next time.
I think at this point, you have so many titles, so many accolades. We need more than 2 eyes in Mystii. You need a couple eyes.
I love that. You gotta tell them. Yes, I love that. More than 2 eyes. I love that.
And maybe even 50,000 eyes. You wrestled Melina and Selena De La Renta,
Yes.
in which you won tag titles and $50,000.
Yep, we sure did.
Tell us about it.
Another situation I wouldn't say I was thrown into, but I was very surprised. Jazz put me in a tag team match with La Bushikana, Rache Chandel, as tag team for apparently the tag team championships for TSW and also $50,000. So, yeah, to tag with such a great talent, and Rache is so good. To tag with such a great talent and then be manhandled by one of the greats to ever enter the ring, Melina, legendary Melina, like, yeah. and then win over them both. Like, come on now, your girl's just making history, like you said. It felt good though. Melina with my ass. It was good. To have a win over someone so prestigious, that's another, I wouldn't say notch on my belt, but another accolade I could put on the wall,
Another I in your name.
And come on now, another I in my name, yes.
So, the $50,000, did you have to share that? So was it 25 with Russell, or was it 50,000 each? Was it tax free? What details could you give us?
We had to share the money.
Okay.
And then I had to pay taxes on it. So did I really win 50,000? Like,
yeah.
So yeah, we had to share it, and then we had to split it down the middle. So I won 25, and then I can't remember how much taxes they took out of it. So it basically had me back where I was at. A little couple things here and there, and then I was broke again.
The real prize was beating Melina.
Another I in my name, like you said.
Yes. Alright. Well, I will take us to our next segment, and that is Mystii's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Let me think. I always remember in the moment, I'm like, oh, I'm going to remember this. And then when I get asked, I'm like, I don't remember. Let's see. It's not really crazy and bizarre. That's just weird.
Would you like to come back to the question and have some time to think about it?
Yeah, do that. Let's do that.
Alright. Can you tell us about your tattoos and if there's any meaning behind them?
Okay, so I have two tattoos. One is on my right shoulder, and it is angel wings and my brother's name, who in my eyes was murdered when he was in Child Protective Services. And so it's crazy though, because he was born 7/17/07 and he died 1/11/11. So it's like, what? So that was like that was like my first loss, like major loss I've had in my life. And I was 19, 20. And so I decided, and before I got the tattoo, I did not believe in tattoos. I don't believe you should mark up your body. And then when something tragic happened to me, I realized why people do tattoos, because it's a form of expression. And I totally respect it. I get it now. So, yeah, I had a friend of mine draw up the tattoo for me. And then the day that he was buried at his funeral, I went and got the tattoo the same day. So it's very significant to me, very near and dear to my heart, my brother. He died when he was 3. So, and my other tattoo, which you'll probably never ever see, because I done got it done twice at this point, and it's still faded. It's still faded away. So I have a group of best friends. There's 5 of us all together, and for my friend's 32nd birthday, we all decided to get a heart on our pinky. We all got the same heart on the outside of our pinky, and yeah, it's no longer there. So, but yeah, it's. I want to say it was a tattoo, but it's like no, it's not because it's gone. And I got it done twice. And then if you go look at my other friends' pinkies, some of them have a half of a heart because the other side is gone. Some of them have like a little line. I had a dot, but that dot has disappeared. So yeah, those are the only two tattoos I have.
It sounds like you didn't go to a very good tattoo artist for that one.
But the thing is, we saw his work before. My best friend's sister, she's tatted up, like thighs, stomach, back, chest, like she's tatted up, and he has done all her tats, and he's an amazing artist. So we was like, we'll go with him, baby.
Is there any plans for new tattoos in the future?
No, kinda. Me and my best friends are trying to figure out another tattoo we all can do that we agree with, because it took us like a year to agree on that. So I'm like, all right, how long is it gonna take for us to agree on the next tattoo? And this was 2 years ago. So yeah, that's the plan, but it ain't work. It ain't in the works, if that makes sense.
No, I get it. All right. Can you tell us about your love of anime?
Oh my god! I thought you would never ask. No, I'm just playing. I freaking love Demon Slayer. I love Naruto. The love kind of festered. I don't even know when it started. I really don't. I don't know when it started. I just know I was in, I think, my early 20s, and I started finding myself watching a lot of anime. And so it just came from there. And I remember binge watching Naruto till I was done. And it's like 30,000 seasons. And I'm the type of person, even when it comes to music, if I'm introduced to an artist, I'm like, okay, let me go back and listen to their first album till now. Because I don't know, it's something in me. I like to see their growth from where they started to where they are today. Like, I feel like I'm going on a journey with the artist. And so that's how I was with Naruto. I think my boyfriend, my ex at the time, was watching it. And I was like, oh, let me see. And I think I watched one episode. I was like, oh, how you get that? And what happened with that? And how that happened? I was like, okay, nope, finna go find it. Went to go find it, watched the first episode, and I'm all caught up now. Of course, it doesn't exist no more, but I watched his son's spin-off show, Boruto. I watched that too. So, like, yeah, I've always been like that. And so I like Demon Slayer, I like Naruto. It's this anime show called Cold Case. I freaking love that show, but I cannot find it in English. Ugh. So yeah, it's a lot of them out there that I watch. It is. I love anime, but I did take a break on anime. I haven't been watching it as much as I should. I am currently stuck on like Netflix shows and crime-solving shows and stuff like that. So that's where I am right now.
I gotcha. And I mean, obviously, Demon Slayer is a little easier to digest. It's not nearly as many episodes as Naruto is.
It ain't. It is not. Thank goodness. But I'm pretty sure if that show continues, by the time I'm 55, it's gonna have 1 million episodes like Naruto.
It is not. There's only going there's only going to be 3 more movies, and then it's done.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't Google the shows. I don't Google when they. I don't Google none of that because I like to be surprised. No, don't tell me that. I don't.
Yeah.
That sounds so good. What? No.
The first of the 3 movies come out next year, 2025.
I hate when they do that. Why would you do that?
Go from the series to put it in the movies?
Yes, keep it as a series. I like series. I'd rather watch a series than a movie. This is just me.
Because Mugen Train did really well in the box office at a time where nobody went to the movies.
That just makes me upset.
What's been your favorite arc from Demon Slayer so far?
Ooh. My favorite warrior or my favorite enemy?
Favorite arc. So what season?
Ooh. I think season 2. No, I can't think of what season it was, but whatever season he went to after he had that big battle, he got hurt really bad, and he went to go heal himself in the garden, in that little hidden garden. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Season 1 you're speaking about.
That was season 1? I thought that was season 2. Yes, that's my favorite. That's my favorite season. I think I watched it like 3 times already.
All right. Favorite character?
His sister. I can't think of her name right now.
Nezuko.
Yes, Nezuko. That's my girl. Okay. Nezuko is my girl. She get carried around in a wooden box all day, and she get to come out at night and kill people. Girl, that's my girl. I like her. Nezuko, yes, that's my girl.
Favorite Hashira?
Ooh, favorite Hashira. That's a tough one. What's your favorite Hashira? Let me see.
I'm low-key torn between Rengoku and Tengen, but I kind of lean more towards Tengen because of the arc he was in, the entertainment district, and that's like my favorite arc of the whole series. So I kind of go more towards Tengen in a flashy way.
I can see that. I think I like I'm horrible with names, so forgive me. I think I want to go with the how do you say her name? I think it's Matsuri.
The butterfly?
I think so.
The butterfly Hashira or the love Hashira?
Which one?
Is it the butterfly Hashira or the love Hashira?
I think it's the butterfly.
Okay, so the one that takes care of Tanjiro all the time.
Okay, well, yes, that's the. I'm like, how you say Matsuri? I was just thinking in my head like how you say it because I forget names. I'm horrible with names.
Yeah, I don't know all of their names as well. I was lucky I remembered Rengoku and Tengen. Alright, you got a bizarre story for us?
Okay, let me think. Give me 3 seconds. Let me see. Bizarre story. I don't. Don't nothing crazy happen to me. Don't nothing crazy happen to me outside of wrestling. Like my normal life is just that normal.
Okay.
My wrestling life though, like as far as like historical things happen and me getting these great opportunities, like it's always like what? Like crazy. That's crazy to me.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright. Besides pro wrestling, at one point, you were a co-captain of a step team. Can you tell us about that?
You done did your research. I forgot all about that. That's another life. I was the co-captain of a step team. It was a lot of fun. I love to dance, and that was a great incorporation of me dancing and being very vocal. And getting all up in your face. You know, stepping is a rhythm, it's a beat, it's something you feel. So when I was the co-captain, it gave me opportunity to make up beats and to interact with others and to connect to something that most people can't understand. So yeah, it's like music with your body, and I had a lot of fun. That was some of the best times. Met some of my best friends there. We're still friends to this day. So yeah, I love stepping. Yeah.
What kind of goes into stepping? Is it just coming up with a routine, or is it like more to it?
I think it's a little more to it. Of course, you can come up with a routine, but does your routine have meaning behind it? Most of the time, when you have a step performance, there's a meaning behind it. What is your target audience? What are you trying to get out of the message of, hitting your chest or hitting your legs, stomping on the ground? What is the message you're trying to get across through these beats and your words? Because you also have to talk when you step. So it's like, what are you trying to get across? What are you trying to do? So yeah, it's a little more to it.
Okay, I gotcha. All right. Well, obviously stepping is dancing, so let's move to the other half of that, and that is singing. Could you tell us about winning a championship and then singing karaoke?
Who did that?
You did.
I need you to stay off my page. That's lovely. I need you to stay off my page. I love doing karaoke. It's like one of those things, and this is what I tell people all the time, like, do it. These people are never going to see you again. Like, even if you sing horribly, they just here to have fun. So are you, so just do it. So me and my friends, the City Boys, we would go and do karaoke, and we'll bring our championships, to promote ourselves and the show that we have coming up. And so we would do karaoke, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a way to get out of your shell. Like, I feel like a lot of people are tensed up and they're scared to do stuff in other people. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like, life is about having fun, and if you're always scared to do something outside of the box, like, what are you here for? Like, so yes, karaoke is one of the. I love karaoke. I love it. It's fun.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oops by Tweet.
Okay.
You probably don't even know that song, but yeah, Google it. You're gonna be like, okay, now it's a little sassy song. It's called Oops by Tweet. Look it up.
Is there any songs you'd like to perform at karaoke that you haven't, that you're maybe preparing for?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think the next song I probably want to do is Just a Friend by Mario. Because I love Mario. That's one of my favorite artists in the world.
Okay. And is there any song that you've performed at karaoke and then you were like, I'm never singing this again?
Yes. Dang, what song was it? I don't remember the song. I just remember the place. And dang it, I don't remember the song. Yeah, but I did not do good. Yeah. I did not do good.
Well, that brings us to the colossal question. Now, you did answer this question the last time we were on. You were on, but I did notice during that time you did not lock in your answers, so it can be, reinterpreted. We can go back to it. Maybe there's some new songs. So every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
Dang, first song on my movie soundtrack. It gotta be it's called I Don't Want It by why did I go blank? See, now I gotta pull out my phone. It's called I Don't Want It. That's one of the songs.
Alright. Pull up that Spotify if you need to.
Yeah, it's called I Don't Want It by Hobson. That's one of my favorite songs. Okay. But the song also has a lot of meaning to it. Let's What's that song by J. Cole? It's called Can't Get Enough by J. Cole.
Okay.
No, switch it. It's Nobody by Hobson. Nobody's Perfect featuring Missy Elliott by J. Cole. Trifling by Mario. And
One more?
Poetic Justice by Kendrick Lamar.
Now, a solid 3 picks. Do you lock it in?
I never want to lock it in. I never want to lock it in. But I'll stick with those.
Fair enough.
Change my mind, I'll just message you like, no, I changed my mind.
You can do that. It's fine. I'll make sure to put it in these your real answers in the description of the video.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Now we have the soundtrack down. Everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays Misty? And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
I don't know. What do you think? Somebody that's kind of like me that can play me in the movie. I'm going to go. First person that hit to my mind was Gabrielle Union.
Okay.
I'm going to go Gabrielle Union. I'm locking that one in. I can keep her.
Okay, we're locking that in. Now, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you in your story that would be in your movie?
So it would be my cousin, and she will be played by. Wait, can I say my cousin? Like, can I say my cousin, or they got to be an actor?
Would you like your? I mean, you can have your cousin play your cousin, or you can have an actor play them for sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna have my cousin Courtney play me. No, well, my cousin Courtney as a supporting actor.
Playing herself.
Playing herself, yes. My significant other Jason as himself. No, that means you gotta kiss Gabrielle. Hold on, let me rethink that. Let me rethink that real quick. Okay, no, I guess he can. Okay, I guess he can. Okay, so my significant other as himself, and then the third person would probably be my mom as herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is sounding like a great movie. A blockbuster, to say the least.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
And you could pre-order the tickets now.
Sure can for $20.35.
Well, you got the price already to go. Alright. Obviously, this is coming out on the 30th of December. What is something 1 year from now that you have on your agenda that you'd like to do that 2025 won't be complete unless I do ...
It won't be complete unless I am NWA is already, I'm already there with NWA. I've already been featured on their programming, but to be featured on another program, maybe Ring of Honor or AEW or TNA, like 2025 won't be complete until I do one of those TV promotions.
All right. And what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what Mystii Marks is all about?
Ooh, I've had some really good matches lately. So there are two matches, I believe. There's a match with me and Layla Gray that I think is really good. You can go see that on dang, what is it? I just went blank again. You can go see that match, me versus Layla Gray, and then another really good match is me versus Anastasia Morningstar. Yeah.
Could we find those on YouTube?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Alright. If they are, I will indeed grab a link to them and put them in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox for anybody that hasn't seen them, wants to see them, wants to re-see them after this interview. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Uh-oh.
Well, the sound effect malfunctioned. This is the second round of the 8 questions of doom. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
I am ready. Got my hand on the buzzer.
Excluding your own greatest match of all time.
Greatest match of all time. To me, Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander, 205 Live.
Worst match.
Worst match. Shoot, I was about to say me here. I got a feeling. Worst match. I won't say it's the worst match, but it's a match I didn't care for. I'm gonna say what is it? Trish Stratus versus was it Bailey? And I think it was at a pay-per-view. I can't remember. But yeah, that one.
I believe Becky.
Oh, it was Becky. My bad. Yeah, Becky. I didn't care for it.
You're the captain of a Survivor Series team. Which 4 wrestlers do you pick as your teammates?
Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jazz. Wait, it can be in and outside of wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jazz, and Sasha Banks.
Oh, yeah. You were on a 12-hour car ride. You can only listen to one wrestling theme the whole way. Which theme do you choose?
Can I pick 2? I just have to pick 1?
You could pick 2 if you want to.
Okay, so it's AJ Styles' theme song, They Don't Want None, and it's Aries Spears' theme song, I can't think of the name of it, but it's on my playlist. I listen to it at the gym. For them too.
Who's theme?
Aaron Spears.
Oh, yes, I know who you're talking about.
Sean Spears. I don't know why I said Aaron. Sean Spears.
Sean Spears. Okay. Which Sean Spears one? His AEW, his original, his new one?
No, his AEW one.
Okay, Chairman.
I like that one.
All right. Connecticut is the Nutmeg State. WWE headquarters is located in Stamford. What is the capital of Iceland?
That ain't got nothing to do with how you question. That don't have nothing to do with each other. I don't know the capital of Iceland. What the hell? Them 2 things that don't match. Your question you just asked me.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's hard coming up with 8 more questions.
I'm like, I don't know. That is hilarious, though. Who knows, funny?
The capital of Iceland is Reykjavik.
Okay, okay.
Finish the sentence.
Okay.
People are fake. Wrestling is
real.
And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know since the last time you've been on. Have you had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
Never. Never.
And that is the correct answer.
That's funny. I like that.
And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me once again. Hopefully we can do this another 3 years and then I'll have more historical moments.
Yes. You're gonna have so many eyes at the back of your name.
Come on now, it's gonna be Mystii. Continue for 5 more minutes.
Where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
Again, it's Mystii, Mystii Marks, Marks, and that is on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and X. I got TikTok too, y'all. Catch me on the Tickety Talk. Yes. I have wrestled my last match for the year, but Dogtown does have a show this weekend at the Southside spot in San Antonio. Please go to the Dogtown Championship Wrestling page to see all the matches that will be featured, and there will be 3 titles on the line. You heard me, I said 3 titles on the line. Next year, I will be in Forney, Texas for NWA, so catch me there. Of course, catch NWA, why wouldn't you want to? And then Dogtown Championship Wrestling has their first show of the year, January 19th, where the Majestic One will be defending her title. Who? I don't know. You got to come to see. So that's all I have for you. And also, I will be in Squared Circle Pro in Lubbock, Texas. I did lose my championship, so let's see how I'll come back with a vengeance to go back and get my title.
And you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all her social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give her a damn follow. And if you're at a show, buy a damn shirt.
Come on. Buy it. Support your local wrestlers. Now, before we get to the big leagues, this money goes directly to us to help us brand and get better and buy more merch and buy better gear for you guys. Come on, man.
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Play on One Coffee. Join us tomorrow as we interview Ramona. This Wednesday as we interview Marek Brave. And every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. And follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say wrestling with, you say entertainment, okay?
Heard.
For our special guest, Mystii Marks, Coleco Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment. Boom.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.